Welcome to another edition of Check This Out. Faith. We're talking about faith. And in Luke chapter 17, there's a story that is told that I can't think of very many other areas of the Bible that deal directly, at least to me, about faith. It's the religious leaders that are coming to Jesus. They're actually coming to Peter. And they have a question for Peter. Peter, we have a question for you. Is your teacher, does he pay taxes? Or is he tax exempt? That would be our terminology today. Is he tax exempt? Peter kind of scratches his head, you know how Peter can be. And Peter does what I'm hoping that you do, what I'm hoping that I do. Peter goes to Jesus. You see, Peter's got a question. And he doesn't know the answer. So because he has a question and doesn't know the answer, where does he go? He doesn't go to his other friends for an answer. He doesn't go to the religious people for an answer. What does he do? Goes straight to Jesus. I'm hoping that that's what you do. I'm hoping that's what I do. But it's one thing to have an issue, a problem, an obstacle, a fear, and to try to find solutions elsewhere other than Jesus. Not Peter, not in this case. Jesus, he says, I have a question. You pay taxes? Now, here's the faith part that I think. Jesus says to Peter, in order to settle this issue and in order to clarify this whole thing so that people aren't wondering if I pay taxes or don't pay taxes, here's what I want you to do. Now remember, Peter is a fisherman. Don't forget that. He knows the water. He knows, in Luke chapter 5, he says, we've been fishing all night and we have not caught a thing. So he's been out there where there's been no fish to catch. But now Jesus says to Peter, go to the Sea of Galilee. And when you get there, go out into the boat. Go out in the boat. And when you throw your line into the water, here it is. The first fish that you catch, the first fish that you catch, I want you to open its mouth. And inside of that fish, there will be enough money for us to pay the taxes. Now, again, I don't know about you, but that if I'm Peter, remember he's a fisherman. If I'm Peter, I'm listening to him say this to me, and I'm scratching my head. I turn around, and before I even leave the presence of Jesus, I got questions. Wait, Jesus. Wait, hold on. Hold your horses for a second. You're telling me that I'm to go out into the lake, throw my line in, and the first fish I catch, it's going to have a coin in its mouth, and that will be enough for our taxes. Jesus? That don't make sense to me. I'm sorry. I mean, I love you and everything, and you got a good heart. You do. I appreciate your heart, Jesus. I really do. But I got to be honest with you, it ain't working for me. Because who does that? Jesus, who does that? But Peter doesn't. I don't see anywhere in the scripture where he brings up that question, where he starts to doubt, where he starts to challenge the plan that Jesus had for him. I don't see that happening at all. Peter heads towards the lake. Now, because Peter is normal, he's human, he's a man, like he's a a Christian, let's say, like all of us, he's got to be asking himself as he's walking towards the water, why am I doing this? This doesn't make sense. This just doesn't. This is something that no. Why did he pick me? Why do I have to do this? Why do I have to go through this? Why didn't he pick Matthew? Well, Matthew's a tax collector. Okay. How about John? How about my brother? I don't think it's fair. But he goes over to the lake, gets in the boat. I don't know if he was rowing, and as he's rowing, what in the world am I doing? I'm supposed to throw out the line, and the first fish I catch, I'm gonna stick my hand down its mouth. I'm gonna put my fist down the throat of a fish, and I'm gonna find a coin? Dios mío. No bueno. But he doesn't stop rowing though. He keeps going. Next, he's got to pick up the pole, fishing pole, whatever it is. He throws the line out there, and I just picture because people didn't fish in the daytime; they fished at night. That's what Luke chapter 5 says. It's the middle of the day, probably. And I bet you Peter is the only boat out there on the lake. He's looking around going, ay, Chihuahua. I'm out here sticking out like a sore thumb. People on the shore looking at me. Sometimes doing what the Lord tells us to do can seem a little bit odd to those that don't understand. So don't feel bad if there's ever something that the Lord puts on your heart and you are trying to convince somebody. Well, it's the Lord, you see. The Lord ministered to me. The Lord spoke to my heart. What? You hear voices? No, I don't. See, you can't explain it. He throws the line out there. I don't know how long it took. Was he sitting in that boat being the object of ridicule to those that were on the shore, being an object of ridicule by other professional fishermen that know that you don't fish in the daytime? Bam! I got a fish! I got a fish! I got a fish. Yeah. But what if it's the wrong fish? Oh no. I caught a fish, but what if I reach inside and there's no coin? Jesus said the first fish. What do I do? What do I do? You reel it in. I don't think they had reels, but let's pretend. Let's just reel it in. Yeah, but can you assure me that everything is going to be okay? No, see, a while back when you were on the shore, Jesus said, and when Jesus says something, things don't change because he's the same yesterday, today, and forever. What's happening is you're allowing your human emotions to stain, to pollute, to doubt the reality of God's character. Keep reeling. Come on, keep reeling. Bam, there he is. Fish hanging on the end of the line, and Peter staring at this fish. Oh, is this the right fish? Maybe I should just catch another 2 or 3 just to be sure. No. It's faith. It's faith. It's faith? Yeah. It's faith, okay. Hey, fish, I'm pretending Peter's talking to the fish. Hey, fish, would you spit out a coin so I don't have to put my hand down your throat? Fish don't answer. Are you the one? Are you the one? Peter, instead of trying to talk to the fish, why don't you just do what Jesus told you to do? Okay. Sticks his hand inside. I don't feel nothing. I don't feel Wait. Let go of my hand. Let go of my hand. There's a coin. Oh my goodness, there's a coin. Jesus was right. There's a coin. There's a coin. I found the coin. Oh, he's rolling. Oh, let me get back. Oh, can you imagine the testimony that Peter had? What a powerful testimony. I saw a miracle happen, guys. I trusted the Lord. I believed what he said, and guess what? It happened just as he said. And we're surprised. We're surprised that it happened just as he said. Jesus is the way, he's the truth, and he's the life. Is he asking you to do something that causes you to just go, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. Peter would look at you and say, I know how you feel. I know exactly how you feel. Make that move. Quit that job. Start a business. Have a baby. Go out on the mission field. Share the gospel with my neighbor. I don't know what it is that the Lord is calling you to do, but I believe that if it's biblical, if it's led by the Lord, he's faithful to his word. Just ask Peter when you see him. When you go home to be with Jesus, sit with Peter and just go, Peter, tell me about that story in Luke 17 about you sticking your hand down the throat of a fish. You'll have a good laugh together. I promise you.